What's up, guys? BRJ Productions here. So it's Sunday, so I'm gonna make a video like I promised. The only bad news is the truck that I was going to detail, they ended up canceling on me. So I'm gonna do a quick video of just washing my truck. It's dirty. So I'm just gonna do a quick video. I'll do the wheels and wash it the best that I can. I'm not gonna it's gonna get dark soon, so I'm not gonna put a ton of effort into it. There's all kinds of tar and stuff, so I need to like have a day to do it right. But for now, I'm gonna use the 3-bucket method here. The wheel cleaner I'm gonna use is this Meguiar's all-wheel cleaner. This stuff's not bad, but I haven't used it on my wheels yet, so I just don't want to chance anything. I got some Meguiar's Ultimate Wash and Wax, and I have this. It's the 20, 16, 15, whatever, $20 foam cannon from Amazon. It's called like a douche-in or whatever. It doesn't work too bad, so I'm gonna use that. I ordered a bunch of Chemical Guys products, so I got that Honeydew Snow Foam coming in a gallon, so I'm pretty excited for that. I actually ordered like over $200 of products from Chemical Guys, so I'm planning on doing a full paint correction to my truck, because as you can see here, I hope you can see it anyway, maybe just barely see that, there's little swirl marks. They're not too bad, but they're bad enough that needs buffed. So I don't know how well you guys can see that. It's kind of dark out, the lighting's not the greatest, but there's little swirl marks all over the truck. So I'm gonna do a full paint correction to my truck here. I got the whole V series compound and polish kit from Chemical Guys. I got Jet Seal, and I got it's called White Light. It's a glaze, so I'm gonna wash it, clay bar it, polish slash compound it, and then use a V38 to refine, and then after that I'm going to glaze, Jet Seal, and then wax it. So it's going to take a long time. It'll be at least one full day. I plan to make a video on that too, so but that'll probably be a couple weeks from now, because I got the stuff coming in, and whenever it all comes in I'll do an unboxing video too. There's a lot of stuff I ordered, so it'll be pretty exciting. I'm excited for it. So I'll go ahead and set you guys up, show you how I typically wash a vehicle. So obviously we got our 3 buckets here. This one's for wheels. This is the rinse bucket. This is the wash bucket. I also have some like grit guards and other things coming in. So some new buckets, stuff like that. But first thing I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna film it because it's not that interesting, but go ahead and clean these buckets out. You see there's a little bit of dirt in there. Clean the buckets out, and then I'm gonna set up. So I'll fill this one with water, this one with soap and water, this one just with water for the wheels. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and I'll check back. Alright guys, so the first thing we're gonna do here, I hope this is a good angle, I'm not sure, but I'm just gonna do one wheel so I can get this done before it gets dark. So the first thing we're gonna do with the Meguiar's all-wheel cleaner, spray it down. So I like to use a pretty good amount of this stuff just to make sure it cleans the wheel real good. I like to get on the tire a little bit. So like I said in the last video, these wheels are really hard to clean, so it's not going to be perfect because I'm going to do this pretty quickly. But I got some new wheel woolies, and hopefully I can get in behind and get the whole wheel, because a lot of brake dust builds up back in there, and then these whatever you want to call these holes right here. So yeah, you see how it's turning purple? It means it's breaking down the brake dust and all that. So we're gonna let this sit for a couple minutes, and we'll come right back to it. It says 2 to 4 minutes, I think. So we're gonna let it sit until it turns pretty much all purple. Then we're gonna spray it off, and I'm gonna go do the other 3 wheels, and then we'll get into the paint work. So guys, I forgot to mention, you see that's getting pretty purple now. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this microfiber wash pad here and put it in my water bucket to rinse it out. And just a note is you never want to use your wheel bucket or pad on any of the paint, because it'll scratch because these wheels are real dirty. So let's go ahead and dunk the wash pad. We're just going to agitate the dirt a little bit, try and get as much brake dust as we can. So I'm going to scrub the outside of the wheel first, then work in between all the holes here, try to clean it up the best that we can. All right, after we got the dirt pretty well agitated, we're gonna go ahead and spray the rest of the wheel cleaner off here. So you really want to make sure you wash as good as you can. But so there's your semi-clean wheel. That stuff works pretty good. You can still see in behind there's some brake dust, but like I said, when I get those woolies, I'll be able to get that better. These wheels are hard to clean. So there's the wheels. I'm gonna go do the other 3. All right guys, so we got the wheels cleaned up, looking pretty good. Now we're gonna pressure wash the paint. So what we're going to do is get the pressure washer, try to get all this that we can, all this dirt, all the tar, whatever else, off the truck so we can minimize the swirl marks here. So I'm going to set you guys up and I'll just time lapse this, and you can see the before. I pressure wash a little bit here. So the before, and we'll do an after, and then we'll go into the foam cannon and the rest of the washing process. Alright guys, so I just finally got done pressure washing the truck a little bit. So I stopped the time lapse so early because I figured you guys got the point, but I mean, this is just how dirty this truck is after pressure washing, which is a problem. I mean, I just let it go so long. This is probably the dirtiest my truck's ever been. But all these specks and stuff, they're not going to come off by a typical wash. That's what I'm not too worried about today though, because I'm going to do the full paint correction on it, and I'll clay it, get everything right for whenever I do the paint correction. So today I'm just washing it, trying to get it cleaned up a little bit. So yeah, I'm running out of time. It's getting dark, so I'm just going to do my best here. But it's just so dirty. I never let it get this dirty. So it's a lot easier just to keep it clean, because then you get this problem with all this garbage on your truck, your car. So it's a lot easier just to keep your truck clean, take care of it. It makes it a lot easier, and the passenger side is always worse. So this will be fun. This will be real fun. So yeah, since it's getting dark, I'm kind of running out of time. I'm gonna go ahead and just get this done, and I'll be back whenever I get the foam cannon out, and I'll show you guys how to do that proper wash. But yeah, it's getting dark, as you can tell, and so I gotta get this done. It's just so dirty. So I really got my work cut out for me, and it's definitely not by any means is it gonna look perfect after I wash it, which I knew that, and I don't really plan on that. So I just want to get it cleaned up, like I said, and obviously whenever I get my products in and do the full paint correction, it'll look brand new again. But for now, just try and get it cleaned up. So I'll check back in with you guys when I am ready to foam cannon. So now we're at the point that we have to foam cannon the truck, get soap on it, and so let me show you the passenger side real quick to show you how that turned out. So this is after pressure washing. So now what we have to do is take our foam cannon here, and it's filled with about 200 milliliters of soap, maybe like 150. The rest is warm water. Well, it was hot when I filled it up, it's warm now. So we're going to take that, put it all over the paint, then we're going to use our rinse and soap bucket to properly try and clean this truck up the best that I can, which I don't know what it's going to look like. But like I said, I'm kind of pressed for time. It's getting dark. I just want to get it cleaned up. So I'm just going to do the best that I can with the time I have right now. And obviously, like I said, 4 times now, when I get this stuff for the full paint correction, I'll get all the tar and the brake dust and everything off that I'm probably not going to get off today. So yeah, that's the point we're at now. So I'll go ahead and time lapse that also. I probably won't time lapse the entire thing, but just show you a little clip of how the foam cannon works. I think I'll do that in real time, actually, to show you how the foam cannon works. And yeah, so I'll set that up and I'll be right back. Alright, so as you can see, I have my foam cannon hooked up. So the first thing I'm going to do is start on top of the roof. I'm going to spray that first. I'm just going to test it on the side here and make sure I have the right spread. Okay, so now we're going to go on the roof, spray the roof down. Now we're going to do the sides of the truck. So yeah, that's pretty much how the foam cannon works. There's not much to it. I'm gonna go around, do the rest of the truck, make it look like that, and then I'll check back in and show you guys how to use the wash mitt. Alright guys, so I already started on the roof, so I'm just going to show you guys what to do on this section since I'm running out of time. The first thing you want to do is get your wash mitt, and I don't know how well you can see this, but you want to dunk it into your, I don't think you can see it on the ground there, but you want to dunk it into your rinse bucket first, and then your soap bucket, and then put it on the paint. So I'm going to dunk it in the rinse bucket, put it in the soap bucket, and I'm going to go from top to bottom on the paint. This one section, back and forth, not much pressure, just let it glide across the surface here, top to bottom, and go over it maybe one more time, just so it's so dirty. So I'll go over it one more time. Top to bottom. and dunk, soap, go to the next section. Go over that one more time. And go to the last section over here. Alright guys, so I had a little bit of problems washing my truck towards the end, so that's why I stopped filming. But you guys saw the basics of how you would properly wash the truck there with what I showed you. Yeah, I just had a couple problems. I ran out of water in my bucket, so I had to resort to unhooking the pressure washer and all that. It was just a mess. But anyway, here's the finished product with you know, pretty much a half wash. So it's a lot better than it was. You know, it doesn't look too bad. So now if I keep it clean until I do the paint correction, it'll just make it a lot easier on me. Because you see there's only, I mean, a clay bar would take this stuff right off. No big deal. But yeah, it turned out pretty decent. So I'll check back in and I'll close this video out. Maybe talk a few things. I didn't even wash the grill. There's bugs all over it. But the majority of the paint's pretty good now. So yeah, like I said, I'll be right back. My dinner's probably cold by now. And I got a light outside here, so I'll be able to talk outside and, you know, maybe show you guys a few things and just talk and let you guys know what's going on. But yeah, if you guys have any questions about how to properly wash this, comment, let me know. I'll have to wash this again whenever I do the paint correction, so I'll maybe do a little better video than this kind of basic one, go over it a little bit better. But yeah, that's I'll check back in after I eat and I'll finish this video. Alright guys, I just got back from eating, got something to eat. So these swirls here, they usually come from improper washing, or if there's, you know, get really dirty, you don't get all the dirt off, and you rub that all over the paint and it swirls the paint. So that's how you get swirl marks. And before I got into detailing, I didn't have a clue of how to wash a truck. I used to have brushes. I threw them away. Brushes on paint are terrible. That's how you get a lot of swirl marks. So I had no idea what I was doing. I used brushes on my truck. That's how I have swirl marks. But now that I know what I'm doing, I'm going to fix that, and then I won't have that problem anymore. But yeah, it cleans up nice. Even, like I said, with not the best wash ever, there's still stuff on it, but you know, it looks good from a distance. And now I'll keep it clean until I get that paint correction and get it sealed and protected for the winter months coming up, and then it'll be a lot easier. Just probably have to pressure wash it off. But I can kind of see here there's still a little bit of soap on there. I'll have to pressure wash that again. As far as drying goes, usually when I detail a vehicle, I don't even dry it. I just pull it in the garage and kind of let it air dry, because a lot of times when you're drying, you'll get swirl marks also. But if you're going to dry it, which I ordered a drying towel, and I mean, I think it'll work fine. I've never used it, but when you're using a microfiber drying towel, it eliminates the chance of swirls for the most part. And I don't know if you guys can see that, but in the light there's little swirls. That's not bad. And it come right out. They're not bad. This paint's in great shape. I have like 56,000 miles on this truck, and I have one little dent. I don't even know how it happened. You guys can't even, I know you guys can't see it, but it's right here. Real little dent. I don't know how that happened. As far as scratches go, there's no scratches on the truck at all. There's not one scratch on the paint. There's a couple rock chips, a little bit of blemishes. Whoever owned it before me must have closed something in the hood and creased it a little bit. You know, no big deal. But as far, like, the biggest blemishes on it would be, I think it's worse on the other side. Yeah, it's worse on the other side, but you can see it right here. Rock chips. And most of them, surprisingly, happened before I put these bigger tires on. And I know in my last video I didn't tell you what kind of tires these are. These are called AMP Terrain Grippers, I believe. I can't read it right now, it's too dark. But I think it's gripper, not grappler. And 33, they're 305 55 20s, but it's like a 33 by 13, and instead of a 1250, it's like a half inch bigger. I mean, not really a big deal, but yeah, I mean, with these tires, they're all terrains. I don't know what you guys can see, but you know, there's bigger gaps in between the treads, so it doesn't really pick up too many little rocks and throw it on the paint. But the downside to that, and it's happened about twice, is because of the bigger tread, it'll pick up bigger rocks and throw them on your paint. And I've heard two hit pretty hard, but I was never able to find where they hit. But yeah, you can see down here, there's a good amount of paint chips, which that happens, you know, no big deal. I'm not worried about that at all. So yeah, anyway, the truck's in really good shape. It's a nice looking truck, cleans up nice, but I've always taken care of it also. So as far as that goes, that's how the truck situation is, the condition. Anyway, I guess I have a little bit of time to tell you guys a little story. So it's October 6th right now, I believe. And I was so busy in August and September this month, those 2 months this year. I had no time to do anything I wanted. Not anything I wanted, but as far as like with my truck, I couldn't keep it clean. I was so busy with soccer and work and school and everything. So what I was planning on doing, because I just wanted it done so bad, I wanted the paint corrected. And you know, I was working, and I had going to school every day, and then I had a car to detail every Sunday. So I literally did not have time to detail my truck. So I was going to take it to one guy. He's a really good detailer. He does a great job. I mean, he has more experience than I do. He does fantastic work. That's just how it is. He does great work. So I was going to pay him just to get my truck done and, you know, call it that. Just get it done. Do whatever you got to do. Just make it look as perfect as you can. And, you know, he said, yeah, I'll get to it. He told me he was busy. I understand that. So, you know, I haven't heard from him. And, no, nothing against him at all. He's a great detailer. He got busy. I told him, you know, it's no big deal. Just when you have time. And anyway, I just decided that I was going to go ahead and just do it myself, because now my schedule is finally slowing down a little bit. So I ordered the products. I'm just going to do it myself. I need to learn how to do paint corrections anyway. So I figured, you know, why not do it on my truck? And we do have a couple trucks, older dump trucks I could learn on, but I'm confident enough that I'll just